What's up, Archons? Welcome to the channel. Gonna be playing Scum today. Another afternoon or another session of faction development. We're playing the game Scum. It's a first-person shooter game. Hopefully, everybody kind of has a good grasp of the game. It's we're playing on the Purgatory server. It's a light RP server. Where everybody on the server encourages a little bit of RP instead of just going up and KOSing somebody. We're right now currently trying to develop our faction. We've got about 8 or 9 people in the faction. We're set up in the mountains. Right now I'm currently working on trying to develop the base. I've got the first tier 1 floor plan of the base pretty much done, and so now at this point I'm trying to upgrade all the walls and trying to get the base set up for more of a to withstand PvP, to withstand being for us getting raided and making it more defendable for us to be able to defend the base and stuff like that. We've got a pretty good concept behind our faction storyline. And we think it's pretty good. We're playing a storyline wise. We're playing a group of criminals, other people that have been thrown in this area, which is essentially it's run by a company called Tech One, and it's kind of like a Hunger Games type thing. It's where they've got bots and cameras all over the place that are tracking everybody on the island, and everybody's trying to survive and just be able to eke out some kind of an existence on the island. It's not necessarily really an island. It's a walled off corner of a continent, I guess. But we're role-playing our faction as we're trying to set up a radio station on the in the area, trying to build up enough signal that we can broadcast out somewhere out to the world to see if we can get someone out there, outside of our area to come and rescue us, get us out of this area, get us out of this prison, But realistically, the storyline is just it's an excuse to create PvP. Hopefully, we're gonna build radio towers all over the map, to give other factions and other groups, squads, the opportunity to try to go and raid our mini bases to create the opportunity for PvP. So I think where we've built up on the mountain, on the top of the snow mountain, that it's probably one of the most unique POI locations to try to build in. It's pretty awesome. I love the way, I messed with some of the admins and told them, I was like, you're gonna come up here and look at this base and you're gonna think I'm hacking by how I managed to get all of the building structures, the platforms, and all that stuff all placed in places that most people, when looking at them, would be like, how in the hell did you get that to place? Not being able to understand how I could manage to get it to go in where I got it to go. But I did. None of it's hacking. It's me just managing to fight with the building system inside the game's mechanics to get things to lock in place and get things to go where I want them to go. But I love the build system in this game. It's fantastic. I think it's pretty good. It's got its little tweaks and it's got its little issues, but in general, it's still a pretty good. I think it's still a pretty good system. No worse than most of the other survival games out there. on the market, like Rust and all that stuff. It's no worse than any of those. One of the good things is they just came out with the .7 update for Scum, and there's a lot of new stuff that is in the new patch that just came out, and they're also working pretty hard with stuff that's getting ready to come out. They're getting ready to come out with a modular, brand new build system. So the building system we have now is gonna go bye bye, and we're getting a brand new system. And I think the new system, I'm hoping, is just it's gonna be way better than what we've got now. They're creating a modular vehicle system, so we'll be able to tinker and play with the vehicles and change the vehicles and stuff like that, which I think is going to be just fantastic. I'm really excited for that. Right now, what I'm doing is I'm running out. I'm looting down in one of the town in the little village that we control. It's our village. And I'm down here looting, looking for cement. Ooh, there's money, 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 money. There's a new trade system in the game, so that you can go down to a safe zone, and they've got NPC traders that you can buy pretty much everything in the game. You can go down there and buy it, so you don't have to necessarily, search for it and hope that you're going to find it. There's a gravel bag. I definitely need that, but that's a crappy gravel bag. It's only got 1 gravel in it. I'm not even going to pick that up. Waste of time. But it's I'm real excited about the new system that's coming out, and the rest of the big features may not come out for another 6 months, 8 months, 9 months, or something like that potentially, but they are coming, and it's good to know that they are in development. That would be another player that just drove by. Exactly what that was. Somebody riding a chopper or a motorcycle just drove by on the road right down there, and he went that way down the road. No way he would have known I was up here anyway, but oh, that pilot hat's worth some money. Gonna pick that up. Should be worth some money. That in there. I can take that to the trader and sell it for, I think, a couple hundred. I think. Definitely worth picking up. Pick that up. I'm looking for cement bags. That's exactly what I'm looking for. What I need. Cement bags. And it doesn't look the game's going to be very nice to me and give me any of them. That sucks, but alright. Yes. Pretty sure that there's no other... Actually, I think there might be one more... I think there's one more factory, well, not necessarily factory, but one more warehouse type down here. Nothing in there, though. this is the last one. Oh, no. There's a gravel bag down there. With 1 gravel in it. Not worth picking up. Well, since there's nothing else, I guess I might as well pick it up. Carry it back up to base with me and throw it into one of the walls. Wonder who that was that just rode by the town. They were probably going up to the trader. This safe zone trader up here in the middle of the lake right there. That's probably where they were coming. They probably came down here and came through our door, our tunnel right here. And then they were coming around here and going south. Oh, excuse me. Made me drop my bag. And didn't even have anything good on her. Oh, and then you're gonna fall on my arrow so I can't see it, huh? I really wish they would fix this glitch. Came in with 0.7. That it's now, you know, their physics stretches like that and breaks real bad, and it's annoying as crap, but I mean, it doesn't really hurt the game all that much, but still, you know, immersion breaking, I guess you'd call it. Didn't mean to drop that. Purge Day on the server. Purge Day is every Thursday from midnight to midnight on Thursday. There are essentially no server rules. So you can, there's no KOS rules or restrictions. You can kill anybody that you come across without any RP. You can actively go out and hunt people, attack people's bases, you know, essentially do anything you want, really. What I probably should do is go jump in one of the trucks, go down to the trader, and buy a bunch of cement bags and gravel bags. Probably what I should do. But kneel down because my stamina is all wore out. Getting back up here to the actual base. Pretty sure I don't need this gravel bag inside this wall, but I'm gonna go over here and check just to make sure anyway, but I'm pretty sure I don't need it. I think I need cement only. Yeah. Yeah, that's all I need left that's all I need cement. About 16 or so cement or something like that. For some odd reason my cat jumped up here just to lick my hand and then put herself in timeout over there. What she's doing. How much room? This truck. Not a whole lot of room.
Yo,
What up?
that took a lot longer than I thought it would.
Oh yeah, you were doing an interview, like a job interview, or you were interviewing somebody else?
I was interviewing somebody for our 5M server.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Like I said, like I was talking about when we were talking about Earl, making sure that he wants to be there. So, that's a conversation I just had with this guy. This is who we are. This is what we offer for the in the community. You know, what do you want as what are you looking for as a player in 5M? Are you looking
Mm-hmm.
for realistic, non-realistic? Are you looking for V menu, economy? Because those are two different types of servers. V menu and economy servers are two completely different types of servers.
Right.
Are you looking for maturity, not realistic? Like, what are you looking for? They're doing pretty good. Mom is still slaving away down at the feed store well, 6 days a week. And dad still runs around like a chicken with his head cut off. I think we always used to see it like powwow days or the drawdown and stuff. And COVID kind of put a damper on that stuff. Um, well, there's days where not a single customer comes in, and then there's days where she's busy all day. But they're talking about selling it. They've already talked to Purina as the dealer, and they're getting things ready right now. I think to get rid of it. Nobody uses feed stores anymore. They just go to Tractor Supply Company. Well, we have one in Tisquaw, and we carry all the good feed, but you have to drive to Tisquaw. I don't know where you live. Well, I had a buddy that I went to high school with. We were both in the military, and he drove home from Tennessee uh, on a 4-day weekend every now and then just to get dog food from my mom. Yep. The only thing that I would tell you is grab the tag off of your food, go make a trip down there to my mom, and she'll compare tags. And if you have better feed than her, she'll tell you. If you don't, she'll tell you. And then she also does a program thing where if you buy 9 bags, you get the 10th one for free. Well, I don't know a lot of the feed stuff, but I believe Flock Razor is something that she carries. I remember picking up those bags. When I pull up to grab my ticket, I'll tell you my mom's phone number. You can give her a call and maybe check prices or something too. Well, that's a conversation I didn't think I was going to have with these guys. I just got my mom a new customer.
Shit.
Yeah, so, in this conversation I had with this guy, he's older than me and you. Yeah, and that's how it is for a lot of people. She's lost a lot of customers just because they don't want to drive, I guess, Am I good to pull on the scale, or is this guy doing something?
Can't get my truck out. I got the door being upgraded, which means I can't open the
I'm real
door.
big about getting my mom's food because it's the quality of it. Like, my dog hardly poops. When he does, it's not stinky, and he doesn't fart all the time. And if you get good quality food, then your pets are completely different when it comes to that type of stuff. He also has food always on, like, around, like an automatic feeder, so he eats when he wants to. He doesn't. I don't put a bowl down and he goes crazy. You know what I mean? That's also something that goes along with the good quality food. So it's 815 646 4600. And it's Deaver Feed. My mom's the only one that answers the phone unless my dad has to fill in, but that's rare. Yeah. It is what it is. They were under a contract where there couldn't be another Purina dealer within a 50-mile radius of them, and then Tractor Supply Company got it, and my parents were gonna go after them, but we're a small-time feed store, and Tractor Supply Company's a nationwide thing. I think she does have ProPlan, but I'm not positive. I use whatever they have an abundance of, because most of it's still better than. Yep. My mom's knowledge is crazy. That's. Yep. But I don't know how much dog food you go through in a week, but yeah. Yep. So, I mean, I'm not trying to sell you on it, but I think you should go wherever you want. But you could do something like once a month, go down there and get a couple bags, but yep, yep. I see him a lot. I saw him yesterday or 2 days ago. Yep. See ya. So again, back to this guy. He ends up. The guy I interviewed was a veteran, and he's a police officer IRL.
Yeah.
So that's always something where I roll my eyes as soon as somebody says, "Well, I'm an IRL police officer," and it's like, okay, all right, whatever, because
Mm-hmm.
so many people claim to be police officers at 5M, and I said, well, I'm not gonna say you are. I'm not gonna say you aren't. I don't want to offend you. Thank you for your service on both military and being a police officer. I said, but we do have real life police officers in here, and we do have a verification process.
Yeah.
So I said we need to get a hold of Walker, and he has a way to verify you that still respects your privacy. So
Yeah.
uh, and he was cool with it. He's older than us. He was a Marine, and he was a part of the Thunder Run in the invasion of Iraq. This is what he was telling me.
Oh yeah.
That was kind of cool.
Hmm.
Whether it's true or not. He did send me.
Yeah.
He sent me a picture of something for his military, like his rank and like a verification thing type of deal, and I thought that was kind of cool. But it is what it is. If I have a conversation with you, I can tell whether you served or not. You
Right.
know.
Right.
So, but but that, like I said, that's we do those interviews so that we make sure that these guys are where they want to be. Hey, we do things different law enforcement here than the rest of the 5M communities, and we want to make sure that you're okay with that. A lot of the cops, they don't want to be trained on the for the server be cops because they're cops. I'm a real life law enforcement guy. Why is a guy that's not real life law enforcement have to
Teaching
train
me.
me to be
Yeah.
a cop on a server? Well, there's a reason for that. So I explain it out, and it's all written down too. I have it written down in a specific place where as soon as they get whitelisted for the server, it opens that up and they can go read that. The
Right.
reason why we force people who are real cops to go through our law enforcement training because there's different ways of doing things in real life. So Walker, who is a member of our community already, is a real life cop, and he was probably trained how to do a felony stop a certain way. And then this new guy, who's a trooper down in Texas, was probably taught how to do a felony stop a certain way. And then we take the quality of our role play that's very important to us on our server, and to achieve that good quality role play and non-fail RP is to make sure that all of our cops know how to do everything the same. So
Right.
so I don't care if you're a real cop. Congratulations, thank you for your service, but we do felony stops a specific way, and if you refuse to go through our training, then when you get on a felony stop with another character, another player, and you guys don't know how to do it together, then that creates that fail RP environment. That
Right.
quality drops down because now you have two officers trying to speak at the same time. Maybe he's trained to approach the vehicle, whereas we train to not approach the vehicle. Command them out of the vehicle and command them back to you. There's certain ways we do it. So, and he was cool with it. Every cop I talk to that comes in are like, "Oh yeah, I completely understand," and then bloop, they're gone. You get a notification. I left the Discord.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, the sad part is you're looking for a realistic server that there's realistic policing on, because you're tired of the fail RP and the horrible policing on other servers. And now I'm giving you the server you want, but because you don't want to go through the training or it's not the same as you leave. So you literally just left your best possible option.
Yeah.
It's frustrating, but it is what it is. So,
Yeah.
we just
I've never tried playing like a 5M or anything like that, where it's like a real hardcore RP style gameplay. I've never really done it much.
I never would have thought that it was be something that I enjoy. I was playing LSPDFR one day, and Dave were playing LSPDFR. I don't know if you know what that is.
No.
It's it's a mod that you modify GTA to a single player police simulator.
Mm-hmm.
And you can have like real life cop cars, lighting, sirens. It actually gives you calls, so you go and interact with the AI on like a robbery call or a stolen vehicle or something, and you can basically play cops and robbers single player by yourself. So me and Dave were playing LSPDFR one day, and this guy that come into our call that was a farm sim modder. His name was Bobo the Hobo. Brandon knows him. He's like, "Hey, have you guys ever tried 5M?" And me and Dave were like, "What the fuck is 5M?" And he's like, "Well, it's a mod for GTA where you could play multiplayer online and be, cops and robbers basically." So he's like, "Well, I'm on a server. You should come check it out." Well, guess whose server it was? Brandon. Brandon's
Gotcha.
server.
Yeah.
So me and Dave joined this server, and they find out that Dave's a real cop. They want him to start training people. Me and Dave and Brandon hit it off pretty well. Like we started hanging out and being friends, and realizing that our type of gameplay and games are the same.
Right. Right.
And ended up all of Brandon's co-owners were fucking children, and I mean they're older. They were in their, they were like, I don't remember how old Stryker was. Stryker's the same age as me,
Like
I think.
teens or whatnot, or teens or young adults.
Well, no, Stryker was in his 30s, so Stryker was the same age as me, but he acts like a fucking child. So they acted like children and ended up banning me and Dave for really no reason. And Brandon went with us. So Brandon's like, I'm their dev. Fuck them. Let's build our own server. So me, Brandon, and Dave built our own server. Dave come up with training that I still use today. He's a 17, 18-year law enforcement officer. He's a police chief in real life. And he made this super realistic training, and we come up with a different way of doing our rank structure and all kinds of things. And we've achieved that realistic experience for law enforcement, good quality role play. And that's kind of what we're known for. We're just, there's so many 5M servers now that you have anybody and everybody wanting to be in charge of everything. So instead of just, staying on a server like ours, it's really good. They want rank, so they're going to go create their own server. They want to be in charge.
Right.
But yeah, when I joined Brandon's server, like, I joined as a cop, and like, you have to talk on the radio, like, which we use TeamSpeak for, and you have to tell them, hey, I'm on a traffic stop, or I'm cuffing a suspect, or I got one in custody, and I was so timid I never wanted to talk on the radio. I'd constantly say, Dave, what do I do? It's like, dude, it's not hard. You just say what you're doing. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm so scared. I don't want to talk on the radio, because other people are on the radio.
Right.
And now I'm just so comfortable. I'm a leader. I teach people how to be cops, and yeah, I never thought I would role play with somebody. It's role playing is kind of weird to me, but this server is not role play. Like, there is no role play in this server. All you're doing is having a conversation with somebody.
Right.
Like if you wanted to go look at some of the videos that I have where I'm playing a fucking crackhead, I'm playing as a crackhead in 5M. I change my voice. I act like a fucking retard. I act like I'm on drugs. Whereas, when I run into players on this server, on Scum, I just have a normal conversation with them. Hey, man, what's up?
Yeah, right.
There is no really role play experience. They just want you to act like it's like you would in real life. Is more of what this server is. If you run into, like, if I ran into a player in in the same situation in real life as Scum, I wouldn't KOS them. I'm a combat veteran. I have shot and killed people in real life, but that's not my go-to. I wouldn't just kill anybody I see. I would more be along the lines of, hey man, this shit's fucking crazy. Like, holy fucking shit. You're the first person I've seen since we've started this, since this whole thing started. Like, you want to fucking team up. That's how I would be.
Right.
In this situation. So that's the type of server that I've always wanted to be a part of on Scum. When Dave did that, me and Dave did that day one server, that's what we were going towards, and then he changed completely over to the KOS side, and I didn't want to. That's why I left. Him and the troll Trap was trolling me, and I just didn't want to be a part of that because I wasn't having fun. That's why I brought that up about Euro, and possibly leaving the faction, because we had, we all kind of agreed, me, you, and Brandon, hey, we're gonna do this fucking radio thing. We're gonna set up the towers. We're gonna be a good faction, not a bad faction, and this is how we're gonna play, and that's how I want to play. And as time goes on with Earl, it seems like it's going away from that direction. So the same concept happens. If it's not what I want to do, like, I'm not saying you got to do everything me. It's
Well, yeah, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
The way that you want to do them, but if I'm not having fun, or if it's not going in the direction that I like,
then there's no reason for you to stick around.
There's no reason for me to stick around.
Right, I got you.
And that's where a conversation should be had with Earl, saying, This is who we are. Archon. This is Archon Rising. That's what Brandon was trying to explain to you too. This is Archon Rising. This is our identity. This is what we want to do. Do you want to do that? And if he says yes, then okay, stop with the propaganda. Stop with the fucking going in and picking on fucking midnight and blocking their vehicles and shit and trying to like grief their planes and all this other stuff, and let's do it this way. If he doesn't, then it may not be the faction for him. That's what I was trying to explain,
Mm-hmm.
and I think what Brandon was trying to explain. I don't I don't want to go against him because I think he's a good asset. I just think that he needs to be aware of he's going in a direction that a lot of us don't want or don't like or don't support. So, he was talking about earlier how he was the head of security or whatever. Cool,
Mm-hmm.
cool. Except for the fact that that kind of falls under base defense, and you've done nothing. Now, I know he has the other day. The other day he was doing some stuff on the walls and stuff like that, and he's been bringing in supplies for you. Now he wasn't, but he is now. But like, security, the head of security, you should be helping with the walls and the defense of the base and blah 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 blah. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Oh my god, I do not want to spend $462 on a fucking bag of cement.
Don't. Like I
Yeah, I'm not
said,
gonna.
buy gravel, go find cement. Go to the pull up the Scum 3D map, go to the big city, and you'll find quite a bit of cement. I would buy gravel.
Well, I'm not even gonna
Gravel's,
buy. Gravel's easy to get.
well, it's just as easy as cement. It just depends on how quickly you want to do things. So I buy gravel, I go find cement. I
Well,
don't like going all the way down to the fucking rock quarry.
I mean, I can go down to the rock quarry, just take 20 minutes to drive down to the rock quarry and come back with a entire vehicle
And
jam
your
packed.
situation is different. You have a lot more time that you can spend on the server than I do.
Yeah, right, right.
So when I get on and I want to get something done, I want to get it done. Bricks aren't worth buying. Gravel bags is worth buying. I had to buy some barbed wire the other day, which kind of sucked. But we just don't have anybody looting. There's nobody going out and looting towns, so we have no wire.
Hang on a second. I gotta go. I gotta go see what. Evidently, Brandon is saying that Earl put something in the salt mine.
I have all those channels muted. So a lot of times I don't see that stuff. Need to go potty. Yeah. We'll go potty when we get back to the quarry, buddy. Brandon, you're muted.
Oh,
Here you are.
yeah. Dealing with this fucking mess, dude.
The what?
Oh, fucking driver dumped fucking trusses, and now I can't get my trusses in to the lot that I need to get them into without dumping them in the fucking road. And we had a drivers meeting this morning, and they want to start cracking down on fucking dropping trusses in the driveway and into the fucking road. So now I can't get
Gotcha.
my load. So now I have to fucking sit here, and they've also have me scheduled for 2 more after this. Actually 3, because they're apparently putting a rebuild on. And like, I'm gonna be out here all fucking day. I should already be back and getting my second out to bring. Marty,
What?
did you get my message?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm already in there.
Yeah, I don't. I don't know when. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know when they're gonna have. That's wonderful. He just dropped that fucking. And he dumped that KS13. That is not fucking KS13. I was wondering what the fuck he was doing. Why he be dumping it there. 14. He still could have dumped it in the. He probably seen it on the ground because it doesn't look like an 18. So, but anyways, let me take a look.
I just read the salt mine stuff.
Well, I just left some not so nice messages. Very direct and very blunt. I wasn't being a dick about it, but I was being very, very blunt about it. I said, this is exactly the message I sent to Ural just now after I read those. I said, hey man, don't be posting stuff in Salt or General or other channels changing what Archon's backstory is. AR is not a police force or going around the map holding other players up to steal weapons from them. I'd appreciate it if you remove those posts.
Yeah. What did he say in the one? There was one message that said,
That he said in that message that not the bottom one, but the one up above it, where he said that that AR is gonna be going around the map, stopping people because he's saying that we're gonna be enforcing no weapons. If we deem you a threat or that you're a bad person, we're gonna stop you and take your weapons from you.
yeah. The other, right here, he put a picture up of him in the fucking, the getup. This is the signal is law around these parts.
Yeah, go one
What are you
post up,
talking about?
go one above that.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that too. But here's the thing. Like, we're not even set up for that.
No,
So,
no.
like we have one little flag put up. Now, if you wanted to fucking do like I was talking about with the having the, a flag in each territory and then have them take over the flags and then we do a map where, Midnight goes and takes the flag in their sector, the C4 sector, and it turns their section red, whereas we have all blue, then I can see where the signal is strong. Because, yeah, we own the whole fucking map. If you want to fucking change that, then you need to go fucking take over all these flags and make our signal weak. But
Yep.
what the fuck? Like, why are you saying that the signal is strong and the signal is, you
I'll
can't
be
challenge
back.
the signal? What fucking
All right.
signal? What signal?
Yeah,
What strong signal? There is no role play basis for what you're saying, and that's my problem. So if we got flags in every single grid, and then we put off a map out and said, here is the fucking area map. If you want to fucking, if you want to contest our signal, then you need to go take over one of these flags, not destroy it, but take it over. And then you tell us, hey, we just took over the flag in fucking A1. You need to change it to our faction color, which is purple. Theirs would be purple. Ours would be whatever the fuck ours is. Green, right?
Yeah.
So I would color match it to Discord. So green across the map. Midnight takes over one and respectfully tells us, hey, we have completely taken it over. You guys didn't catch it. It's been 24 hours. We own that flag. We own that wall. We own everything in it. Then one of us, whoever's in charge of editing the map, will go in and we'll change that sector color to purple, to their color.
Mm-hmm.
That is where I could get on with your old doing the challenge and the signal. But right now we have nothing.
All right.
Way back.
All right.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, actually, 100%. Actually,
I don't care that he talks shit. I don't care that he does all, like he wants to do PvP and do all this stuff. If he wants to do that, that's awesome. But maybe not now. Maybe we talk about this. Hey, let's get these flags up in every sector. Then you can start going out and spreading propaganda. If we decide we want to be the bad faction at that point, then we're the bad faction at that point. But to just all of a sudden say that we're the bad faction or that you're challenging the signal when we don't have a fucking signal.
well,
Or that we're going to be police and we're going to police this server, but we're going to be corrupt police. It just doesn't.
Well,
fit
to
the
sit there and say that that trying to turn the faction into a police force, saying that weapons are illegal on the server, and if we consider you a bad person or a threat, and we stop you, we're gonna take your weapons from you. That is absolutely in no way anything that has been talked about with with us and the direction and the backstory of what Archon is. Archon Rising is a radio station, is a radio DJ that has a security force, which is the rest of us, all there to protect the radio station and to protect and service the towers that are going up, trying to boost the signal powerful enough to, to reach out to the rest of the world, to maybe get somebody to come and fucking, we can escape the island or whatever. And
Yeah.
if other fucking factions fuck with those towers, then it hurts the signal strength and we can't, we have no chance of getting out.
Yeah.
Did you have like an awakening or what? Did you finally wake up?
What?
I think the messages in Salt Mine just got him going.
No, that shit like that, absolutely 100%. I agree with you that there's absolutely no fucking reason for him to be posting that shit, because that's not what he told me the other night.
Yep.
See now,
The other night. No, well, but
now
okay.
do you understand where I was talking about how I haven't seen any ideas or this is what we're gonna do from you? It's all been from him. So right there, we are going to police the server, and if you are caught with weapons, you will be dealt with. That's coming from a guy who's not even a sergeant rank. If rank really matters, that's not coming from you. You are the owner of this faction, and I haven't seen anything from you. Whereas him
Right, because
posting,
I'm not posting anything because we're not fucking ready to post anything.
Exactly. I 100% agree with you.
Yeah, that's what we've been saying.
No. Well, sure.
I didn't know. I would have brought it up beforehand when we started this conversation. I thought you already seen the salt mine and read what he posted in Archon Rising chat.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. I figured you knew about this.
No.
Yeah, that's why we were bringing it up.
Yeah.
Well, I was. Yeah, I mean. All right, that'll work. Now it won't be in the driveway so much.
Roscoe.
But it's still going to be in the driveway, so.
Go potty. Here. Come on.
Now I've got to turn and try to flip it that way. Well, that's my bad. I didn't know that you didn't see what he posted up in Salt Mine. Yeah, he's not only posting shit in our chat, he's posting it in fucking everybody and their brothers.
I haven't seen anything where he's posted anything beyond, but that's the first time I've seen him post anything like that inside Salt or something. I've seen him talk shit and jokingly talk shit in Salt Mine, but not like that.
Every freaking I'm doing Utica
because
today,
the other times I've seen him talk shit
I
was
get the bad rap for passing everybody, but
was
it adds 40 minutes to my day when I'm.
He was personally talking shit to somebody else, but not talking as a voice from AR.
Yeah.
That right there was him talking as a voice from AR, trying to tell her about, oh, this is what AR is about now, and that's bullshit.
Yep.
And I'll let him know that when he gets on.
He's said stuff like that before, but I'm pretty sure he has said something as in Archon Rising before, but it wasn't like to an extent of like he's telling the server we're gonna fucking police the whole fucking county or the whole fucking island. No, we're not policing the whole fucking island. Not even when we get our fucking towers and shit up. Now, if you want to, that's why I was trying to basically do PR, no, it's only our territory. But
Dave,
yeah,
I'm back at the 11 pile again.
But yeah, I thought you already seen it.
No. And I already posted in Salt right
I
there.
seen it. I
Archon
seen it.
Rising rules and territory guidelines have not been set on paper yet. AR is not Purgatory Police.
Yep. Now our entire morning conversation makes a little bit more sense.
Yeah, that's my bad.
It's grounds for demotion, isn't it?
It's grounds for a write-up. That's like dying at work without a 72-hour notice. Definite write-up. And a 3-day suspension. Wait, what am I doing? That trailer's raised, and I'm going up the trailer. The trailer's raised, and I'm going up the trailer to get down. Makes a whole lot of sense, doesn't it?
No, he's just gonna get told tonight that he doesn't have the authority to speak for the faction, and that he's not gonna do it again, because he doesn't have the authority to speak for the faction, to create whatever rules and create story and create anything else that he feels like he wants to create, because this isn't his faction. He's a member of this faction, and sure.
Did you read what he wrote in Archon Rising?
Uh,
After I told him this morning, and his reply to me was,
I haven't seen it.
We are. I'm just using it as an RP angle to stop and frisk Midnight. He's picking fights with Midnight.
yeah, this is where it all...
Ideally to peacefully confiscate weapons off of them.
Yeah, this is the whole thing. This was already when we brought all this up to you. He'd already posted all this. I just now replied to him.
I would go back to the way that we do it on 5M. Ask him if this is if what he wants to play, how he wants to play. Because if his gameplay doesn't match ours, then I don't know if this is the right faction for him. Which sucks because, like I said, I don't want to go against him. He's fucking good at PvP.
Yeah.
But at the same time...
And if he's not on a leash and he's out on his own with, let's say, his buddy Icarus and anybody else he takes or brings on or, recruits to his faction, then we got to deal with him without a leash.
Raven's not responding, which means he's reading or typing.
I'm reading.
Yeah, he basically told me in that it doesn't have to be our angle.
So where is Midnight's announcements? Oh, never mind. Everybody's in pack announcements.
Yeah, it's all in pack announcements. Yeah.
Okay.
Holy shit, that's 4 Oaks?
Wait, what's right? Oh, okay, never mind.
Holy shit, that's fucking crazy. So that's where all this traffic's been coming from. Bro, there's not supposed to be construction traffic in Four Oaks, my dude. I'm only coming in here to fucking use this T as a turnaround.
Motherfucker. I was gonna get my truck washed today. It's supposed to rain the next fucking 4 days. Yeah. My fucking truck is so filthy dirty. It looks like Brandon's fucking pigsty.
Dude, my truck's always dirty on the outside, man. All I do is play in the fucking mud. That's why it irritates me when people all the time are just like, all you do is drive a truck. Bullshit. I play in the mud all the fucking time. I play in the mud. I got clean up mud. I got to deal with
Thank you,
stupid and
thank you.
incapable fucking people. I did tell him I wanted him to go buy me gear and I would roll around with him and look for, situations on, Thursdays or during the week or
So
whatever,
I don't know what
but
you're doing,
not
Raven. I don't
but
know what you're
not
doing right
go
now.
out and do what he's wanting to do. I totally shut him down on that part.
So I don't know what you're doing right now, Raven, but instead of sending him more messages, I would type something up and put in our announcements or somewhere that says this is what we are, this is what we're gonna do for PvP, this is what we're gonna do for events. Beaver Nine, same way. I would have it all laid out and then I would go to him and say, okay, look, go to this, read this. This is what you have to work with.
Yeah, I've already got the basic backline story that we've all already talked about, already typed up, and it got sent and submitted to the admins when the faction got created. It's one of the requirements to become a faction is you have to submit a backstory to them to the admins so that they know
Thank you.
what your faction's intention is, like what kind of
Dave, you
faction
had
you
me pretty
intend to
light on
be.
that one. 24.41.
So yeah, I think he's causing a lot of confusion.
Yeah. I was just sitting there thinking, you were wanting Mr. Gray to come in and play with us. If I was Mr. Gray and I read all this shit, I wouldn't. Because I think Mr. Gray has a play style even more laid back than us.
Yeah. I don't think he'd be against the PvP, but I think he'd be against him representing us in that sort of way.
Dude, every time I got on and played with Mr. Gray when he was in playing, when they were doing the Scumshire, the Knights of Scumshire or whatever, like every
Yeah.
single player that came in, he's like, hey, you need to ride somewhere? Hey, you want this? We
Yeah.
got plenty of it. We'll give it to you. Like he was
Yep.
the most laid back, helpful player I think I've ever met in Scum,
Yeah.
other than maybe Atreyu. And looking at if he's reading any of this shit, we probably just lost him as our radio host eventually or whatever if he was wanting to do that.
Yeah. Well, I could have swore Marty already seen Salt Mine and Archon Rising chat. Because he basically tells me in that fucking Archon Rising chat that I don't know who the fuck you are, but or who the fuck you think you are, but this is the way I'm gonna play.
I mean, you could approach it differently too. I mean, you could have certain ranks doing certain things.
Yeah. But
You know, like have roles. Like he's declared himself the head of
Enforcer.
security and enforcer and everything. Well, and then he puts up on that recruitment post, you know, radio communications, medic, fucking machine gunner, stuff that you can't even really do in the game, per se.
one, we
You
don't
know,
even have that shit for people that they
maybe
know do come
maybe
in.
we create roles for everybody or something, and we follow that structure. I don't know. There's
I don't
different
know.
ways you could go about it.
All I know is I tried to be nice. I tried talking to him. I even tried saying, dude, I wouldn't mind getting out there and fucking PvPing and, you know, maybe even go, you know, on like a purge night, you know, going out, gearing up, and maybe going out and just strolling around, you know, looking for midnight in their area, you know, but not. And I told him, he's like, oh, you want to play good cop, bad cop? No, I want to play good cop. Like we're both good cop. Like, what the fuck? He's like, oh man, we can play good cop, bad cop. No,
It's again, I'll go back to it. When I had
I
this when I had the argument with Dave about Trap. Trap is a troll. Trap is only ever gonna play as a troll because that's how he plays.
yeah. Well, there's a little bit of a different. Trap just doesn't give a fuck, and
Yeah.
he's
This
he
Earl guy is passionate. He's
yeah.
very passionate about our group and our faction. I think he's overzealous. I think
Yep.
you know, your base needs to be locked down first. Once the base, you know, if he spent as much time helping you guys as he has doing other things, getting in these beefs and going and doing everything with these other groups, you guys could have your walls a lot further along.
Yeah.
Look at how far I got within 2 days. I got all of
Especially
your
helping with spending money and just buying the shit straight up, and you know,
yeah.
and I mean, we could have been, yeah, you're right, we could have been a lot farther. And the thing that bugs me is like we had to have that talk, you know, like we're all grown ass adults playing team
We have to have this.
a
I don't know what you're
team
talking
based.
about. Had the talk. We've had the talk every fucking week with him.
Well,
Every week
well,
it's something
you
different.
weren't you weren't on, I think it was Monday, when we both, Marty and I both attacked him on it and basically told him, and he's been doing it. I Every time I get on, I check. I'll go around and look for everything to see if he is adding shit to her or not. He does, and he's getting the shit that I've asked for. But um, I shouldn't have to say that. Is my point. We're fucking adults playing a team building game. I shouldn't have to fucking. I shouldn't have to say that to another adult.
Yeah.
But walking away with their weapons and them dead. It doesn't have to be our angle. R in all caps. Motherfucker, you picked the wrong fight with the wrong motherfucker. I tell you that right.
Calm down, keyboard gangster. You know, you've threatened to fucking send your sister up here to have sex with me multiple times, and I still haven't seen it. All right.
I don't believe I ever threatened that. I'm gonna call bullshit. But you know me, I'm pretty fucking laid back until until someone wants to challenge my fucking authority. Like, do I get frustrated that I have to have talks with grown ass fucking adults like Walter numerous fucking times? Yes. But when you go and challenge my fucking authority, that's another fucking thing. Don't fucking do that.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't think in here rank matters.
Not
I
really,
mean,
no.
if
Just
you wanted to, I think you could make it matter. But as a faction right now, we have no.
to be
We don't have
honest,
it. We don't have anything. We don't have anything out as rank. I think it'd be cool, Raven, if you went and you set up some sort of meaning behind the rank. You know. So
well, yeah, I
water.
think
Bert or Mad Hatter are sergeants because their knowledge of the game, their whatever. This is what they do, and then the fucking corporals are, they've proven themselves in battle and
you need to proofread that
whatever.
message.
I don't know. I don't know. You could come up with something. Maybe the lowest rank is a probationary rank or something. I don't know. But
Are you talking to me? That I need to proofread?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't say you need to. I was
I
saying
said
you
you
could.
might.
No. He just told me I need to proofread a message. What the fuck are you talking about?
The
Oh.
message you just posted. At this point, was this stuff added to the faction? Is that a question or a statement? At what point? Okay, I didn't
It
see
says
the
at
at.
what point?
I didn't see the at. My bad. There's a glare on the. I'm not holding it. It's my phone.
Pull the phone out of your butthole.
There's the phone sitting on the mount on the dash, and there's a glare.
Yeah, it says at what point was this stuff added to the faction, to the point of it getting posted in Salt, like it's a done deal. We are not and have never had any intention of being police on the server. And as a member of the faction, we all need to play within the same backstory.
I tried telling. I told him that the other day. I said, dude, it was Tuesday. I said, get on Tuesday. No, it was Wednesday. Yesterday morning. I said, so if you can, get on later today and upgrade all the airlocks all the way around as far as you can get him because apparently he's not advanced. He's only medium. So he can only go up to metal. I said, then get him all the way up.
Get everything up to what he can do.
Yeah, I said
they're-
all the outside walls and everything, and then I'll get on to Raven about finishing them. I said, but we can't do any of this that you want to do. We can't roll with you until that shit happens. I said, I don't have the fucking gear.
Metal is still an extreme upgrade. Like
Yeah.
being all metal is I would say if we get everything up to metal, we're on par right there to start going out and doing crazy shit if we wanted.
Yeah. I said, but we need that and I need gear. I don't have gear. All I have is a MP5 SD and I have 0 fucking AP rounds.
Well, I was just talking to Monaco about bringing you up that AS Val.
Yeah. He's like, well, I'll go get you everything you need. You don't worry about it. I'll get it. And I said, okay, that's fine. But what about the upgrades? I'll get that done too. I'll get that done. And I said, you get that shit done. And Thursday I get on, we'll fucking roll around together. Because
I would post a
thinking
weekly
was,
goal.
Yeah. My thinking was if I get on with him, then I roll around with him and I can see what he does and how he acts and I can correct him certain situations, instead of fucking harping at him and biting at him all the time. And then he goes and pulls this shit. And then I get frustrated. And then to sit back and tell me that, oh, nope, fuck you, dude. I've already, I've already talked to fucking Raven about it and he says I'm good to go. I can do whatever the fuck I want whenever I want. Like, you go do your own thing, I'll do my thing. No, motherfucker, that's not how this works.
Well, I didn't tell him that. I did tell him that I'm not the type of person that's going to sit here and tell him how to play his game. That I'm not going to sit there and tell him, no, you can't go and, you can't go out there and do all these raids on drops and then keep all the money and just, spend the money on yourself and don't do anything for the, for the faction, and you're out there doing whatever the hell you want to do and not do nothing for the faction or anything like that. That I told him that no, that I'm not the type of person that's going to tell him that he can't go and do stuff like that. But at the same time, if he's going to be a member of the faction, he needs to help with the faction. He needs to participate in the faction. And I told him specifically, every day you get on, pick a couple walls and upgrade those walls. Go when you're out there doing stuff, make sure you're looking for stuff that the faction needs and bringing stuff back here for the faction. You don't necessarily. I was like, you don't necessarily need to be out there looting, 30 airdrops and not doing anything for the faction and thinking about, oh, well, maybe some of the other faction members might be able to use these guns that I'm looting out of these fucking drops. Come bring some of those guns back and drop them in a box so that other members of the faction might need them or want them.
Yeah.
But I did tell him that it's okay to play the character and play the character that you want to play and play the game the way you want to play, because I'm not about trying to tell people that, and restricting them from having fun and telling them, no, you can't go out and do PvP. Because I'm not gonna.
Well, I think
we're not saying that either, but he's going outside of the faction narrative, and that's where I have a problem.
Right.
So I think what needs to happen is we need to have a conversation of what we're going to be doing. You need to get it in writing, posted somewhere. This is who we are. This is what we're doing. This is our plan, and this is the extent of it. We don't want to be a rebel faction. We don't want to be a far left wing, crazy liberal faction. We want to be a peaceful faction. It needs to be written out. And then once that's written out, what we're going to do with these towers. What are we going to do with the towers? Are we going to make a tower for each sector? Are some of them going to be fully upgraded walls? Are some of them going to be the regular first wall, but maybe not as good loot? Are we wanting to do what I was talking about with the territorial fucking shit? Like, what are we going to do? And then this should be done within either today or the next couple days. And then once that's done, you need to go to each member of the fucking group and say, this is the faction. This is who we are. Is this the gameplay you want? And if it's not, then there's no problems with you leaving the faction or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, it's sad I understand why
because
you haven't
I
had it as
agree with
a
you.
priority.
You shouldn't have to tell a player how he needs to play. If he wants to play a specific way, then he should play that specific way. But you have a way and we all have a way that we want this faction to go. And if we have players that are going the opposite way, then what's the fucking point? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So ask him. This is who we are right here. It's written down.
Well,
This is what we have. I would post every Monday. I would say this is what I want to get done this week. I want to get two more towers up, spread around the map somewhere, or maybe we grow out from our grids. Have a little square and grow out, accordingly. Whatever. I want 2 more of these built up. I want this one to be a maximum security place where it has a bunch of cool loot in it, and set goals for us weekly, because then I'm gonna fucking yeah, you better not pull out in front of me there, buddy. I'll start getting on and completing those goals is what I will do, because that's the type of player I am. I'm a team player. So if you say we need a flag up in C3, well, guess what? My fucking base is in C3. I'm gonna start working on that. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
We're at a point right now, we're building arsenals and stuff, but maybe we use the money that we're getting to put in loot for these people. That creates the PvP side. You want him to fucking, he wants to run around and interact and get into PvP events, and he wants to be the security guy. Well, then he runs around and checks the fucking flags. And if he gets in a fucking combat situation with a flag, somebody trying to take our flag or blow into it or whatever, then he's the security guy. That's his responsibility. You see?
Yep.
Give the group a direction. Because right now, there really isn't a direction. And I know I haven't been helping you guys a lot, but like I said, we've started upgrading another defensive part of our wall, but we're fully metal on that. So I'm okay now if you guys need me to come up and help again.
Well, the biggest thing with him so far is, up until that shit, him posting in insult like that, he really hasn't gone outside, the major, like in a major way, gone outside the narrative of the faction. Now, yeah, does he get out there and get into PvP? Yes. And that's exactly what I've already been saying. Does he go out and get into PvP because he's running drops and he's butting heads with Gucci all the time because the two of them are out there running drops and doing shit and all and is he an aggressive player? Yes, he is. But yeah. This is the first time that I've seen him, stuff his fucking foot in his mouth.
Yeah. Yeah.
I tried telling you it was more than likely going to happen.
So
he was gonna get to the point on the end of that, basically on the end of that leash where it's fucking slipped off, and nobody's noticed that he's completely off his fucking leash yet.
Yeah.
Well, that shit'll get reined in real quick, because I'm not gonna sit there and I had not a week ago had a conversation with him telling him, look, this is. You need to, calm down from the standpoint of trying to, because I'm pretty sure I told you, at least, Brandon, that he was starting to have this, I'm partners with you attitude. I'm a leader of the faction attitude.
Yup.
And he was like, I'm on just as much as you are, and we're the only two that are on, a whole bunch playing, and we're the ones that are always on doing everything and all this other stuff. So, he was like, hey, you should promote me and, all this other crap.
Yeah, you go down to our base where we haven't been that necessarily team players, but you go down to our base and you look in the gun racks, and we have how many fully kitted weapons we got, Monaco?
We have a full rack now.
We have a full locked gun rack with weapon systems that have full magazines plus sights, weapon sights, and a lot of them have suppressors. Mm-hmm. Where's that for you guys? He has made way more money than anybody in our group, and has gotten way more weapon systems than anybody in our group. And where are they? Do you guys have full weapon racks ready to go? to fight in case you need to fight, or are you like Brandon, where Brandon has an MP5 SD with no fucking ammo?
I might have maybe 5 or 6 weapon systems in my locker, maybe.
Right, but your locker's locked.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but that's not that. Also, that's you have to run. You know, there's not multiple systems for us to choose from.
Right.
You know,
So all I'm saying is,
I have
you know,
I have my SD that I made and an M9,
I know.
both kitted out, but I make my own weapon. But that's not my weapon of choice that I want to go hunting at.
I guess my point is I still personally haven't seen the team player teamwork from him yet. I still haven't, because in my opinion, the amount of money that he has made, has he gone and gotten you guys stuff? Yes. Okay. You know, he's gone and gotten bricks. He's gone and gotten things. You know, he's gone and gotten toolboxes. But like I was telling Monaco 2 nights ago, I told Monaco, I said, Monaco, you're getting a ton of money. You're starting to be the second Earl. You're getting a ton of money. What you need to do is you need to start filling our chests. Go to the toolbox section. Fill that fucking toolbox chest, or the wardrobe. Fill that fucking toolbox wardrobe. It might cost $30,000 fucking dollars, but guess what? We're not short on toolboxes. You know what I mean? He's been going out and getting weapon systems and bringing them back and setting weapon systems up and putting them in the places they need to go. You know, he's been bringing stuff back to us and putting them in the community chests for everybody. You know, does Monaco have a couple weapon systems of his own? Probably. You know, but he's also gone out and gotten other players' stuff, like he got water and M16. So it's, you know, again, I don't have a problem with him wanting to go out and do the stuff that he's doing. I just think some of it, a majority of the stuff that he's doing, we're not prepared for. We're still not prepared to pick a full-on battle with fucking Midnight.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, this is how the stuff that I see that he brings back is stuff that he finds and doesn't go out of his way to go get. And a lot of it, because you can look at it and know damn well that it was not bought with money. That's the majority of the shit. Now, is that a problem? Not really. But the amount of time that he spends out there versus the amount of stuff that I see, because I pay attention every time I get on. But the amount of stuff that I see is maybe one chest every other time he goes out. And he doesn't, and the shit that he gets, he's not going out of his way to get. I know that. Because we've all played the game, I've played the game long enough to know the shit that he's getting, he's not going out of his way to get. Am I against him going and spending his own money? No. But the amount of money made versus, I look at it the other way.
You guys have a place?
The amount of money that
specific
could have
spot
been spent.
You guys have a specific spot where you guys stack your money?
No.
We do. I went in and got in the fucking important chest the other day, and Monaco had over 30 grand in our fucking important chest.
Yeah. No, he doesn't drop us money.
See,
the only people that share money is Raven
crazy.
and I.
That's fucking crazy to me.
Because I've offered Raven a couple $1,000s before.
Here, I'm gonna use Monaco as a guinea pig. Monaco, you here?
Yeah.
Okay, so the backstory of our faction is something, I don't know exactly what it is, but something along the lines of, we are a radio show host, not a propaganda. We're a radio show host, and we're talking about putting towers up in each sector that might have loot in them. So we're gonna put a wall up around like a guard tower with a flag on top. Okay, players will be able to go and raid these to get the loot that's inside and take over that flag if they want. Okay, there may be a little bit more to it. but we're not a faction that is the enemy of the rest of the server. Okay. Does that interest you at all?
For what, being an enemy of everybody else?
No, like does the way of our faction, the way that we're trying to do things. Now we're eventually going to have events. So let's say we put in Purgatory's announcements, Raven posts, Archon Rising is going to be going to sector A3 to repair a radio tower. You got to find the radio tower, find us, and engage us in PvP to get the reward, to reap the reward. The rules are you can take what's in the vehicles, but you cannot blow up or take the vehicles because we're gonna need those because we can't just get rid of all of our fucking vehicles. But we would invite PvP into that situation where they could potentially get a bunch of toolboxes, they could get a bunch of bolts and nails, they could get weapons, whatever we choose to do for that specific event. Now our side would have our guys working on the tower. Maybe we're upgrading the wall. So we're going to have all the stuff that upgrades that wall on us and then we may have like support by fires set up, security guards who are, meant for fighting. We're going to have guys meant for building, stuff like that. Does that excite you? Does that make you want to be in our group? Or would you rather be in like, a faction that's against everybody, wanting to raid everyone and pull people over in police cars and take their weapons and stuff like that? What do you want to do in the game? Knowing what I just told you on how our group faction is supposed to be doing things, what do you want to do as a player in this in Scum or in Purgatory?
Well, I'm perfectly fine with doing what we're currently doing, which is, getting supplies and building everything up. I mean, obviously I'm more of a PvP guy, but I mean, for the time being, we don't have everything needed for big PvP battles or just PvP in general. So, but I mean, I do like that concept, and I will, and I do like the way that it's, the faction's going with that concept. But I do, I do feel like, if you're just, how long till we do that? Some people like Earl have, need that itch to scratch. That's why he's going out and causing all these, feuds, just to kind of get that, itch controlled so you can actually still enjoy the game, since, we're not primarily the active PvPers. We're the more passive, builders.
Well, it's not about being passive builders, because in reality, the only reason why for example, why I'm so intently building is I'm trying to get us to the point of where, if we get into a PvP situation with another faction and they come up here, I don't want them to come up here and be able to walk through the base like it's not even here.
Which they can do right now.
Yeah, I want to get the base to a level where we can sit in this base and defend it for 2 or 3 hours and keep someone out of this base and make it hard for them to come in here and try to just walk through us. And if they're gonna get in here, then I want to get the base to where they're gonna earn that shit.
Yeah.
And I want the PvP. I want to get to that point. But it's just going to take a little bit of time, and it's going to take some effort, from the faction to be able to get there, to be able to get to that point. But the conversation has all been, the last couple hours about, about the aspect of creating the situation where you're where in this situation Ural is out there instigating conflict.
Well, I can see that, yeah.
And he's stirring up the conflict with a faction that's got weeks and weeks of time on top of us,
and the C4 that they've won.
Yeah, I mean
the event that they won.
You know.
That's, and I've had this conversation with Euro already. I mean, I had a conversation with him less than a week ago, telling him, hey, dude,
Same way.
I was like, hey, dude, you need to, just calm down from the standpoint of, I don't care if you're out there wanting to go PvP, then go put yourself in situations, go run drops. That's a KOS area. Go to military bases. Go put yourself in a KOS area if that's what you want. And if somebody comes around you, then you can KOS. You can have the PvP all you want, but I told him, specifically, don't go out, specifically trying to piss them off, because all that's going to do is it's going to get us wrecked before we're ready to, be able to defend ourselves.
Yeah.
And
I understand that, like 100%. So I don't know. I mean, it's at this point, I think the question.
That's a good one, Dave. 25.92.
I think right now it's the question of what's he gonna do next that's gonna make us talk about him.
That's a good point.
well,
But I mean, Monaco, I got a simple question for you.
Yeah.
If we're not ready for PvP yet,
Mm-hmm.
I want to go to war. To be honest with you, I want to go to war.
Yeah.
I've said that since day one. How many times and all the other Scum servers or whatever, I always talk about going to war with somebody, right? War with another faction. Could we go to war with Midnight? Fuck yeah, I want to go to war with Midnight, but we're not fucking ready. So, if I tell you that, what's your next question for me?
For what? That ready to go to war?
No, we are not ready to go to war yet. But I want to, but we're not ready. What's your next question to me? Why are we not ready? And then I'm going to tell you, well, this is what needs. We need this, this, and this, and we need a fucking arsenal. Not just a few fucking guns, but we need guns. We need ammo. We need magazines. We need fucking vests. We need all this and our walls and shit upgraded. So I know you. What are you going to ask next? What can I do get us to that fucking point so we can fucking do this? And I'm going to be like, okay, this is what you need to do. Or you're going to take it upon yourself, fucking go ahead and do that. And if you're out collecting fucking weapons, obviously, that you've already done and doing and bringing them back and giving them to people and then splurging a little bit for yourself, which is 100% fine. That's you earned that fucking shit. But the only thing that he's bringing back, like I said, is shit that he's not going out of his way. And that's what, and then he leaves his vehicles locked up inside of our base for protection.
Well, I'm not gonna sit here and knock the way he plays, even if he's out there going out and spending all his time playing to have fun for himself.
That's
to
fine.
It is, but at the same time, if you're gonna be a part of a faction, you're gonna be part of a group, then work together for the betterment of the group, and make some effort to do exactly that. To make an effort to better the group. He has been, and he has listened when I've talked to him, and he has been doing exactly that. He's upgrading walls, he's upgrading doors, he's going out getting material, he's doing the things that I've asked him to do, and he is doing it.
Yeah.
But my biggest problem is about this entire situation. The only part of it that has my fucking hackle up a little bit is when an individual in the group creates
a persona.
When an individual chooses what the entire group is going to do.
Yeah.
Without ever even talking to the group about it. That aggravates the shit out of me.
He did talk. I got more out of him than he told you, and I shut him down, and more than likely, after me shutting him down, he tells you, but leaves out all the parts that I shut him down on. So
I
don't
think
know.
he could
what
get
we
approval.
again what needs to happen, and I would say sooner than later, like today, there needs to be something put out about who Archon Rising is, what the goal is,
we'll do.
how
Yeah.
far we want to go with these towers, and what we need to work towards.
Yep.
And then at that point, there, because we don't know. All we know right now is that we have a faction called Archon Rising that has to do with the signal. But there is no other, like Monaco probably has no idea other than what I just told him, what the faction drives on. Or who we are as a faction. So that's what I think needs to be done is sooner than later. And then we need to have like weekly goals. And then I also think that Purgatory as a server needs to start recruiting people because we need more than just midnight.
Well,
we need other squads, we need other squads and other free like single players and stuff to come join in on some of the things because right now if we hold an Archon Rising event where we're going to work on a tower, a PvP faction is going to be midnight.
Yeah.
It's only going to be midnight.
Well,
and
they do
maybe
because
some of Revenant.
Yeah, I see Fluff posting on Facebook pages.
Oh, they do? Okay, I didn't know they did.
Yeah. Yeah, I see Fluff posting on Facebook on Scum pages.
Oh, these motherfuckers.
But anyways, good morning, Monaco. How are you?
Fucking
Feeling great.
piece of goddamn shit ass fucking company. What the fuck can I do about these motherfuckers? Oh my god. That same fucking company sitting there fucking blocking my videos just to be fucking douchebags to block the videos. I actually really do think that that it's a bot that's just going through and blocking just random, like it just blocks everybody's shit.
Yep.
Because they because like 4 or 5 days or a week after they block it, they automatically every single one of them they just release their claim on it and the video then gets posted.
Have you talked to Facebook?
I'm still trying to figure out how to fucking talk to Facebook. I'd love it if they had a phone number where I can call customer service and fucking talk to somebody and complain versus having to sit there and write an email, then wait for a reply, then reply back and wait for a reply, then reply back and all that shit. I hate that shit.
Oh yeah.
So at this point, I'm going to tell them gonna fucking go in here and fucking dispute this bitch again.
Basically, that's harassment.
That's exactly what it is. 100%. That's exactly what it is. It's just harassment. They're just fucking. They're fucking with streamers just because they want to.
Did you message the one Facebook page or whatever that was like had basically almost the same name?
No, I did not, because of the fact that I don't know for sure that that is actually them. Because in the post or in the notification that I'm getting, it just says
phone numbers for you.
2 phone numbers. What are you talking about?
Yeah, right here. You wanted a phone number for Facebook. I got 2 phone numbers for you.
Like customer service phone numbers.
Supposed to be, yeah.
Yep. Hang on one second.
6-5.
Hang on 1 second. What's the number?
One of them is 650 543 4800. And the second one is 650 308 7300.
What were the last four numbers again?
4300 or 7300, sorry. And then it says you'll get a recording. It will ask you through a series of menus, with each option directing you to send an email to an appropriate account. So you'll have to like verify your account probably.
Okay.
I don't know. You can try those.
I will try these. As a matter of fact, I will try them right now. I'll be back.
Yep.
Oh,
I think to combat this itch,